Hey folks, welcome out to the backyard today. Folks, this video is going to post on the Thanksgiving weekend, and we're going to take a moment just to thank you from the bottom of our heart for all the support we get from, I'm going to say fans. It's not like we have a huge bunch of y'all out there, but we do have some people that follow us regularly and support us and encourage us, and we're so thankful for that. And folks, we're in the Thanksgiving season, and we should always be thankful for all the small things we have in life and all the big things we have in life. And we should do that every day, not just because the day on the calendar says we should be thankful. Today, we're going to do some chicken. We're going to do a spatchcock chicken. That is the proper culinary term for what I call a lay-flat chicken. Now, spatchcock doesn't flavor the chicken. It is just a method of preparing the chicken. And so you can take a chicken. This is a small chicken. It's a couple of pound chicken. Probably costs less than $10. I don't remember exactly. But by spatchcocking it or laying it flat creates a different presentation. And sometimes you can take a meat that's not super expensive and make it look a little fancy. So in order to do that, we got to remove the backbone from the chicken. So you get your backbone, and for those, I'm gonna go somewhere, and I don't mean to insult anybody, but where's the backbone? Follow where the neck bone was cut off, and this is the backbone. We want to remove that. But when you take the chicken out of the package you get from the store, remove everything that's in the cavity. Folks, the butcher takes in a little bag, and he puts the liver, the gizzard, the neck. He puts a lot of stuff inside there. You don't take that out, you're going to get a surprise when you cut this chicken. All right, so we want to take that. I'm going to use butcher scissors. You can use a knife if you want to. And I'm going to remove the back. Now, some people just cut along one side of the backbone and open up their chicken. I prefer to remove the whole back because there's really not a whole lot to the backbone on the chicken. If it incorporates sometimes, we'll get this cut off. And like I said, folks, we're very thankful for all of our supporters and followers that we have, and we just can't thank you enough. You also want to remove any extra fat or anything that you have inside your chicken. And you want to flip it over, and we want to press it or push it so that it will lay flat. Or, like I say, the proper culinary term is spatchcock. Okay? Some people call it a brick chicken. There's a lot of different ways. Now, we get this done. Get these legs where they're looking the same direction. I'm going to take a little paper towel and blot our skin just a little bit. Kind of take off some of the moisture. That'll help crispy up the skin just a little bit. I'm going to leave that on there while I flip this over. Now, we're going to cook this direction on the pit. And we're going to go for probably about 2 hours and cook it at about, I'm going to say 250 to 275. We may get up closer to 300 and how we can get that taken care of. Now, folks, let's step off this minute just a little bit. People talk about cleaning up, get an old smoker, things get ugly. The easiest way to do it, and I've removed this grill that was in here. I put it on top of my fire, and I cooked it, burned everything off. And then I wire brushed it. So we now have this grill that's been wire brushed and cleaned. Nothing cleans better than heat. Heat will always clean anything the best way. So let's get this chicken laid up here. And then we're going to make a little base that we're going to put on here. Now, some people tie their legs back. I like a little crispiness every once in a while on that. Now, out of the ways I know how the smoker works, I want to pinch this off about 1/2 to 3/4 and I got the opening only open about a quarter to my airflow, and I know that's where I'm going to want to cook. So while we got that chicken on there, set this aside for a second. And we're going to talk what we're going to baste this chicken with, or how we're going to keep it moist. I have in here a stick of melted butter. Okay, now I had it over here because it's a little chilly out today, and I want to make sure it stayed melted good. To that, I want to add a teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of black pepper. I want to add 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning and 1 teaspoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now we want to stir this up. You want to make sure you have enough butter in here so that this doesn't get a grainy texture. When you use dried spices, a lot of times your sauce, if you want to call it, can get grainy. So you want to make sure you get it well blended and mixed together. And this is what I put a lot on chicken. Give that a little taste. Just a tad salty, but on the chicken, it's going to come out just right. All right, we want to give our chicken a good coating. And we're only going to coat the meat side of the chicken. We're going to let the skin down, and we're going to cook it that way the whole time. I'll be pretty liberal with this. We're going to get this off the pit after a while, and we're going to do a little presentation for you and kind of show you how we showed this chicken off a little bit. And there you go, folks. We're going to let our sauce stay out here and stay warm. We're going to let this go for a while. We'll pop in here and show you how it's coming along as we could, and let y'all watch a few other things, and we'll be back shortly. back to the backyard. We got this chicken cooked off. We're fixing to pull it off the pit and put a little presentation together, folks. And before we do that, I just want to mention my apron. This is an apron that was given to all the chuck wagon cooks for the second annual Wagons for Veterans of the Crossroads in Corinth, Mississippi. We're proud to have this one for 2 years in a row. And we're going to see if we can get this chicken pulled off and what we can do. And folks, this was given to me by my kids years ago. I wondered, what am I going to do with such a big spatula? Guess what? It's going to make it easy right now. How about that, folks? And we're going to have some dressing because this is kind of going to be a Thanksgiving meal. We're going to want to have some dressing. Now, we've taken the surprise and we've taken dressing. We've made it. My wife made it, actually. And I put it in the waffle iron, and we made waffles out of the dressing because everybody likes crispy edges on the dressing. And what my wife didn't realize is she, in a roundabout way, made chicken and waffles, Texas style. A couple of these are falling apart. There we go right there. We've got some homemade cranberry sauce. We'll add that recipe to the bottom of this for you as well. I'm going to put a little bit of that right down the middle of this chicken. And folks, here is a wonderful platter. Our spatchcock, our lay flat chicken, our waffles. You can see how crispy they are around the edges. Everybody likes crispy stuffing. Cranberry sauce, and away we go. So folks, be thankful for everything you got. And we just remind everybody, as you go about the holiday season, folks, enjoy your food.